Hi guys, welcome back to another video from The Less You Know. It's me, San, with Shad and Aya. We're hoping to talk about some fun stuff and maybe some slightly serious issues. Hope you enjoy it, and please do share your opinions with us and recommend what topics you would like us to talk about. Alright, let's get into it. So something that was on Twitter and like the local news lately was the girls' dorms in Slimani College. Was it like Slimani University?
Yeah, but it's the other campuses.
Yeah. And there was a lot being said about it. The fact that they're being called whores for wanting to go outside at night, and the fact that they're not being treated like equally or at least as fairly as the guys are. And yeah, they even complained about being chased by dogs, but that was a different topic. What do you know about it? So that we have all the facts first, then we discuss it.
You asked the wrong person.
Yeah?
Why, you have a controversial opinion, or you just don't know anything about it?
No, it's just I stay away from university issues. But like what I know is that our dorms are terrible. Like there's no electricity, there's no water. So they're demonstrating against that.
Yeah. And
the dogs thing, apparently they're just stray dogs.
Yeah, but that one's fine. No, we don't even have to dive into that. But what about the fact that they're literally being locked up in their community,
they have to be they're at probably I think either 5 or 6.
That really fucked up curfew, like 8.
5 or 6?
Yeah, it's really, really early. Like
sometimes
it's not even dark.
We finish class at 6. I don't get it.
It's really inhumane, to be honest. And
they are over 18. I don't think anyone should have a say in when they come home.
The problem is I think like a lot of the parents agree to this though.
Not really, no. But it's just, when are we gonna see women as human?
It's really fucked up, to be honest, because I feel for them, and I'm wondering. I doubt they treat the guys the same way. I doubt that they.
Yeah, what about an AUIS?
The same, I was gonna get into that. It's not exclusive to like Slimani University. Even in AUIS, I think the girls are not being treated fairly because. From what I know, the girls are. I think the guys are allowed to stay on campus around outside of their rooms after 11 or something, but the girls are not allowed to. Yeah. So basically, one of the genders can go chill outside, and they obviously chose the guys because.
See, the thing is, I as much as I'd like to criticize AUIS for that, I don't think it's AUIS. I don't think the UoS thing is UoS either. I think it's the culture. The reason they put the curfews to a earlier time or whatever it is because they know that their parents are more likely to agree with it.
But
no, 6 really is that I don't have. If I had chicken, I would let them in by 8. Not even 6. Come on, that's just sad.
That's why.
Really inhumane.
That's why laws should be separate from culture, and that's why even though we have some negative things about our culture, our laws don't support that. We have a very modern law,
And how long are we gonna blame our culture for all the things that's wrong?
And let's just used to be like this. A couple years back, it wasn't like this.
I know.
Was it not?
I mean, by a couple years back, I mean a lot.
Yeah, but
past generations.
You're saying I shouldn't call out the culture?
No, I'm saying yeah. Let's not make the culture an excuse because we can make a change with the culture. Let's be because. Culture is just what people do over time. A group of people in an area, and
but
we can change the culture.
If it's a cultural issue.
Okay, now we can point it out. Be like, all right, this is fucked up.
Okay,
let's move away from this, and we know why. We recognize why it's wrong, and let's move away to.
This is not the right approach. The right approach is law. It's making it illegal for people let's say the manager of the dorms. If he's the one that's bringing the dogs or not letting the girls stay late, there should be a law against that. There should be a law protecting the rights of those girls.
I don't agree.
Because I think sometimes, especially in a place like this,
I'm saying a company has the right to make rules within their company and say we're going to provide.
But this is not a company. This is
okay. For public, it's different. But this is the problem, right?
Okay.
You say the government should do this, but this is a government institution.
Listen. You say a company should be able to make whatever rules.
Not whatever rules.
So what if their rules are not humane?
Okay, for example, if a company says that we're going to hit someone on with a frying pan every time they come in? Absolutely not. Yeah. If
so
it's
there
infringing
should be rules.
there should be rules that they should be allowed to make their own rules as long as they don't infringe upon anyone else's well-being.
Okay. So there should be
what
rules
do you define well-being
to protect people's well-being.
Thing is, right? This is what I'm thinking. Well-being is a very broad statement.
Shad, how about?
But one second. So the thing is I imagine this is why I'm saying it's a cultural problem, because I am saying it's a problem. I'm not saying it's not a problem, but don't you think that guy, that dad that lives in Holed, that father that lives in Holed, who sends his daughter to the dorms, is going to be more comfortable knowing that the dorms are a bit more strict than not? Doesn't that daughter have more of a chance to go to Slimani to study, to go to the American university to study, if they didn't have those rules?
Let me make something clear. Just because they have a curfew doesn't mean that they cannot stay outside of the dorm the whole night. So if they think that having a curfew is going to stop these girls from being promiscuous, it's not a solution.
It's not.
If I was in that situation, I'd be like, I'll just stay the whole night, not at the dorm, and then come back in the morning. Problem solved.
Yeah, and you're right. It is flawed. But
no, so the parents must know the risk of sending their daughters. I'm saying risk.
For lack of better words.
Of sending their daughters to study, but I'm guessing that they trust their daughters and they know what could happen, and they send them anyway. So I don't think the parents want this whole curfew thing.
And Shad, even if the parents think so and they feel more secure if there's a fucking curfew at 6, doesn't make the parents right at all. They're denying their own kids
and
rights in the first place.
You have to know that every parent is different. We'll be fine with that. Some parents maybe are open-minded. Some parents maybe not even Muslims, right? You can't make a rule based on a generalization. That's why you have to protect the rights of minorities.
Look, I'm not saying them putting the right is the right idea, is the right thing to do, or making that curfew is the right idea. I'm saying they have the right to put that curfew there, because in case they think for marketing reasons or there'll be a bigger demand for women's dorms, then yes, put that there if you think that will help your business. But I think that
you're looking at it like a private institute, but it's not.
If it was private, this is different because it's not actually a business. This is a bunch of students living in a place, right? So let's say you rent an apartment, right? Okay. And your landlord says, "Oh, Shad, you can't come back after 6 p.m."
But otherwise,
I wouldn't sign that contract.
Because you have a choice.
But these people don't have a place to stay.
I know
this is where they go when they're out of town.
A lot of them are still under the, the parents are still paying for their dorms or whatever it is.
No,
the it's free, isn't it?
Okay, whatever it is, the government, they're still under the responsibility, because in our culture, which is the problem, by the way, I keep saying it, I'm not for the way that the culture is, and the culture right now, the culture right now says, is that until the girl gets married, the responsibility is under the parents, right? Okay. So if that's the case, then they have to be careful with where they send them off to dorms and what the rules are like. By saying it's wrong like that.
You say it's wrong and expect it to change.
But I'm not going to take away anyone's rights either.
No, laws are
because I'm not perfect.
To change culture.
Huh? Are you going to defend them? Okay, now that we know it's wrong, now that we know it's being done to them, how are we going to change it? By
speaking up,
by talking about it. Yeah, by talking about it right now.
By talking about it? Yeah. No, I think the only way, it's like saying, let's talk about violence against women. It's bad. Everyone knows that. How do you change that? You make laws. You make laws. If you hit a woman, you go to jail. That's it.
No, I actually think a lot of people don't know better.
No, I'm saying the only true way to change something, either culture or let's say violence against women or whatever it is, it's law.
I don't think it's always law.
I mean, law. Yeah,
at least not for the women.
I agree. In the long term, law is the best way.
How?
Just because it's illegal doesn't stop people from doing it.
I know, but imagine if here.
Okay.
Why don't you? Why do you think there? I don't know if this is true or not. Is there less domestic abuse outside of this country?
I doubt it.
I don't know. There's definitely a lot of domestic abuse and even honor killings right now, and they know it's illegal, but they do.
Not
every child. Go on.
The thing is, it doesn't get reported here. Even if there was more domestic abuse, it doesn't get reported because of, again, the culture and the women not even being able to go and report it. Or because of aiba.
By the way, I think you're underestimating the value or the importance of dialogue. Because imagine, a protest also consists of, it goes under dialogue, because they protested, right? They stood up for their rights, which I totally agree with, by the way. I might be against the thing.
I have a whole
and what happened?
opinion on that.
And what happened? The guy got fired.
Oh wow.
Which one are you talking about?
Okay. Look, it starts there though. The dorm guy who called everyone home.
Oh yeah.
Right. He got fired.
You do realize that these protests were not purely for those reasons.
Do you think they were doing it?
I don't want to get too political.
They're doing it for the time off.
No. There are like political stuff behind those.
I don't get
okay, but it's still a good opportunity for these people to speak up about.
I just wish it was like a true, protest, like revolution.
I feel. Do you want them to be wearing Karl Marx hats?
That's the dream.
No, to be honest, the least that they could have done was treat them equally. Like it's just
the least.
The least. That's what I'm saying. It's very doable, and they're already doing it for the guys. Why are the girls being treated differently? That's all I'm saying.
You're a logical person speaking, but imagine a person saying women are not actually human.
Yeah, and just by making it illegal for people like that to, be around women doesn't fix it. You have to educate them about it.
No. In this country, unless it's illegal.
I know, yeah, like,
it's
but Kurdaki, like, in Kurdish, but we say, like, Bashakna Befernabin.
Exactly.
I do agree with that a lot of the time, but I still, like, as much as it sucks, like, we still have to educate these people.
Imagine if every person that did an honor killing, imagine if they didn't get away with it. Imagine how many fewer cases there.
Do you think it would like decline that much?
Of course, because this man knows he will get away with it.
Why did they get away with it? Is it not illegal to kill someone?
It's illegal, but first of all, it doesn't get reported. Even if it did, people even probably a police officer would be like, yeah, he did the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
He
That's
washed
we do have a lot of people in our system that thinks like that. You're right. So even the people inside in the inside are fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know, but this was a downer.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Yeah, no, but
it's really sad being a woman.
No, we can be more positive about this. Just the fact that.
If you get beat up.
No, really. What I'm trying to say is the fact that we bring up a discussion like this allows other people to comment and share it, and also give their opinions on it and see where the things that we didn't cover, maybe a criticism that they have. There are so many things that we don't even know about, and they can weigh in on. It's very important. Like it's gonna spread, and it helps people sometimes.
At this point in life, I ignore any story I hear about things like that.
What about a story of yours? So the other day you tweeted something I didn't understand it at all. So it says UoS, University of Slimani, is a joke. We spend what a start.
Yeah.
We spend 40% of the year not in our classrooms because some of the parties in our universities use university as a political tool for their agendas, while everyone pretends to be tackling issues while we're sitting at home.
Okay, so you know how we have like demonstrations and boycotting the.
Also, it's basically the same thing.
We have.
Yeah, it's kind of related.
Ever since I've been at uni, I've spent 1 year in uni, a normal year. Every year after that, it was just on and off. Boycotts going to uni, boycotts going to uni.
Terrible.
The thing is, the boycotts come at a very strange time in which there is political tension between some parties. I don't want to go too deep into it, but our university has always had this thing of students being moved. Like they're being told, like if they are in a political party, they're being told, you should start a demonstration to. That is true. There are
a lot of students affiliated with these big parties, and it's not a secret to a lot of people how these people are being told what to do a lot of the time. So she does have a point.
So for me, I'm a student who's not affiliated with any parties. I just want to go and graduate.
Yeah.
And
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. And then we spent 10 days of not going to uni, and we missed so many classes, and we end up
Right,
cramming.
is that what you mean by 40% of the time in classrooms?
Like every couple months, we stop going.
And as a student, it makes you lose motivation. Like you don't do anything.
When we miss those classes, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, I will teach you those classes as extra hours."
Yeah.
We're just gonna be handed the materials,
and that shit isn't easy. You guys study pharmacy,
and it's terrible. Like we miss all that time, and I don't want to sound like a nerd, but like I'd rather go to the classroom and like
of course,
have it explained to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways, that was a very productive, constructive conversation.
I'm impressed with you, Sam.
Oh, thank you.
Able to hold a deep conversation.
I'm capable of critical thinking sometimes. Anyways, this was something that I was really passionate about and interested in this week, and I hope you guys are interested in this topic as well. And please do share this and share your opinions on it and try to raise awareness and educate a dumbass or two, you know? This was The Less You Know, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you for watching.